Hey everyone, welcome back to the One-Shot Heroes channel. I am Jackal Wolf, and for this episode, I am joined with J-Geek W and T-Fin. We're going to play another one-off one-shot. This is the series where our players generate a random character. We come up with a little bit of lore for that character, and then put that character into a random encounter. So, J-Geek, T-Fin, how are you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing well.
Just fine.
Excellent. So before we get into this though, I just want to mention that J-Geek W and T-Fin and I are all playing a Dungeons and Ender Dragons campaign. It's sort of like a Minecraft themed D&D campaign. You can actually check that out on T-Fin's channel. He's been posting videos there for quite some time. We're almost up to 2 years now in that campaign, aren't we?
Ooh.
A year and a few months.
Yeah. So I'm going to put a link down below. You can check it out there. Another member of that campaign is also posting them, Skunk Monkey. I'll have a link down below to his channel. But before we get started, now would be a great time to click on that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. That way you're alerted every time I post a new video to this channel. Also, if you're enjoying this content, you want to support, the best way you can help out is by word of mouth. We are a very small channel. We're just starting out with the D&D content. So please, please, please feel free to share this video or other videos from this channel with your friends, with your D&D community. Also, talk us up with your friends. Anybody that's interested in D&D, let them know about this channel. I think we got some really, really great D&D content on it. And with your help, we can really start growing. Also, don't forget to support your local game shop. They're a great source for D&D content, as well as a way to build your D&D community. But enough about that, let's get back to this video. So Jay and T-Fin, you guys are on D&D Beyond. You're on the random generate character, correct?
Correct.
All right, so we're using D&D Beyond. There are a lot of other options out there. I kind of like it because it's great for videos. It's nice and visual, but if you guys are just playing on your own, there's lots of other options out there for you to choose from. Before we can start with the character though, we got to come up with a random level. D&D Beyond will automatically pick this for you, but because you guys both need to be on the same level, I'm going to roll a d20. That is an 11.
Okay.
Choose race, leave that blank. Choose class, leave that blank. Allow multi-class. I'm going to say we should leave that one off. I think that really throws a wrench into things. You could end up with some really weird characters that maybe if this, if we have fun doing this, we can give that one a shot. Allow feats. I would put that one on.
Okay. Now,
you don't have to name your character yet. It will generate a random name for you. You can change that one a little bit later on if you want.
Right.
So go ahead, hit that create character.
All right.
Okay.
Keep homebrew content on. Actually, no. Take homebrew content off.
Got it.
Just in case. Take the Magic the Gathering off. Actually, maybe all of this stuff should be off.
Off, all the way off.
Yeah, because I don't want it. I don't think any of us have access to it. Because it's only going to be able to generate characters that you personally have access to. Dice rolling, leave that one on, but keep the hit points to be fixed.
Hit points fixed.
Feats can be on. Multi-class requirements, doesn't matter if it's on or off because we've already turned it off beforehand. Use encumbrance doesn't really matter. We're not going to deal with that. Yeah, I think the feats and dice rolling and take off all the non-standard stuff is the important thing here.
Got it.
So we're going to go next. So down below, you got your ability score increase, all the little traits there. Click open everyone and make sure that they're all selected. D&D Beyond is really good about selecting them for you, but occasionally I think there can be a conflict as like something later on gets selected and it negates an earlier one or something like that. Make sure every choice that you can make has been chosen.
The only choice I have is a language, and it did not choose one.
Okay, yeah, then pick a language. All right, so hit on to the next one. Jay, why don't you introduce us to your character?
Alrighty. My character's name is Drip. He is a Water Genasi Ranger. His parents were these famous musicians, part of a group known as the Aquatones. And Drip has been living under the limelight of his parents, and everyone knows the entire family. Drip may not be like the musician part of the trio, but definitely is a big part of the Aquatones. So like everyone's dying to be like Drip. So he's just a little bit full of himself. But yeah, he's striving to live up to his parents. Whether he can achieve that fully, it's just a constant trial on his part.
All right, that's awesome. Tiefin?
Okay, well, I still fondly remember the first ship I sailed on, the Copper Cliff, which was lost at sea, and I'll make any excuse I can to find passage on another ship just to get out there on the open sea. Someday I hope to buy my own ship, and I'll do whatever it takes to get the money to do that.
Interesting. All right, that's really, really good. All right. So the two of you have been traveling together for a little bit of time. Maybe you've known each other in the past. Maybe you guys just met on the road. But night is approaching fast. There's a little chill in the air. It's probably about October, November-ish. You reach the town of Hampstead and approach the inn. What would you guys like to do?
Oh, it's getting kind of late. We've been working hard, telling everyone about my parents here. I think we should go in and try to get something to eat. Maybe find a place to rest, maybe?
Sounds agreeable.
All right.
Shall we... what have we got here?
So entering the tavern, the first thing you notice is the tavern keeper. Set up behind a little bit of a bar, he kind of nods his head towards you.
Greetings, good sirs. How can I help you tonight?
We're looking for some food and a place to sleep.
Oh, excellent, excellent. I have both of those here. What brings you to town, by the way?
Don't all answer at once.
Try not to steal the limelight here.
Well, it was the road, really. It just goes this way.
It does that. It does do that, sir. It does do that. So, of course, come on in. It'll be a silver piece for the room and another silver for the meal.
I will gladly take care of all that for us.
Oh, are you going to pay for both of us? Okay.
I will do that. Yes.
Strangers upon the road become fast friends, right? So as you enter into the tavern proper, you notice it is a bit quiet for the night. There are a few obvious locals gathered around the tables, engaged in, conversation. One stands out a little bit more than the other. Even though he's dressed very similar to the other patrons, he doesn't seem like he's a local. The bartender quickly puts together a meal and a drink and brings it over to you.
There you go, good sirs. Please enjoy.
Thank you very much.
Let me know if you need anything else.
Will do. You've been most kind.
And he moves back over to the bar.
So I'm begin eating my meal and drinking my drink and kind of look over at Falk and say, kind of a weird fella there. Just kind of standing around. Yeah.
Both of you roll a perception check.
Okay.
12.
21.
So, Drip, you notice that, he definitely seems to be a commoner of sorts, though he is dressed up a little bit more. He does seem a little bit more fancy than you'd expect somebody who works the fields or works in a mine or a forge would be. Falk, with that awesome roll, you notice that he's definitely seems sure of himself. He's scoring really, really well on the darts game. Very, very fluid, very, very smooth. Drip, you would have noticed this as well. He seems to be munching on some candy. Falk, you would have noticed that he's definitely missing some teeth. probably because of the candy that he appears to be enjoying right now.
I mean, he's decent at darts.
You hear the thunk, thunk, thunk as he sinks another 20 points.
Sharp eye and a steady hand there.
Yes.
I'm gonna take a swig of what I'm drinking here and kind of get up for a minute and wipe my mouth, brush off any crumbs. I'm gonna walk over to the keep here and kind of like in a more hushed tone start talking to the barkeep. Say, what's this guy's deal here playing the darts?
Oh, yes, he came in earlier today. Says he's on his way to a big tournament 2 towns down.
What kind of tournament?
It'd be a darts tournament, I would assume. He seems to be on the professional circuit.
Yeah, it does appear to be that way.
And you hear another thunk, thunk, thunk as he throws 3 more darts into the board.
I'm gonna walk over to him, like beside him, and admire the darts.
As you approach him, he turns towards you, noticing you for the first time. He's been so engrossed in his game, and he tips his hat to you and says,
Good day, sir. Good day, sir. Welcome to this tavern. You must be new to town as well. How do you do? How do you do?
I do well. We were just eating our food and watching you play your game of darts, and looks like you're doing quite well for yourself.
All-around state champion, I am. Thanks you for noticing.
Are you heading somewhere?
I'm heading down to Pendle Place. It's a town about 2-3 days off to the east. There's a big dart tournament down there. I'm surprised you don't know about it.
I get up and wander over here.
What about you? What are you on the road for?
Well, I was finishing up a concert tour of my parents, the Aquatones. I'm sure you've heard of them.
Ah, the Aquatones, you say. Yes, I do believe I have heard of them. I never managed to see them. They always seem to be in different towns. You don't play the dart circuit, do you?
No, not particularly.
I would have had a little chance to see you in action.
Yeah, they're really great, though.
he nods at you, Falk.
Good sir. Hello. How are you? What about you? Where have you from?
Oh, I've just come in with my friend here, and can't say I'm much of one for darts either. But
Well, your friend here, he seems to be an archer of some sort.
Did you pick a bow? I didn't even check.
Yeah, I did.
Certainly an archer would have some skills with the darts.
I could shoot an arrow or two from time to time.
Well, perhaps one of you would like a game, or both. I could certainly use a little bit of practice.
That sounds like a good time.
Should we wager on it?
Sure, why not?
What say you to? It's a standard, almost gentleman's game, gentleman's wager. How about a gold apiece? Winner takes the pot.
Gold piece, you say?
I think you each probably started with 15, right?
I started with 30.
Oh, okay. Oh, you had the inheritance
Yeah.
trait, yeah.
yeah, no, I've started with 10.
He turns to Falk.
Good sir, would you be interested in the game?
Oh, how much was that?
Just a simple wager, just a gold each.
I will wager this 1 gold and watch what he does with his money.
So he takes the gold from Falk, he takes the gold from Drip, walks over to the dartboard where there's a scoreboard on the side of the wall, and he just places the 3 gold on the little ledge there where, the chalk would be and the brush to clean off the scoreboard. Mm-hmm. Sort of like where you put your quarters on for next seas or whatever.
And did I catch where he had his money stored?
Oh, okay. Well, roll me a perception check.
That's a 23.
You notice that he's certainly he's not hiding his money. I mean, he's taken his little pouch and put it back on his belt, just off to the side of him there.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you know the rules of the game?
Are we scoring low to high or high to low?
So let me explain the rules of the game. And I'll do this out of character because it's a little bit easier for me to do that. But each player starts with 60 points. The goal is to get those points down to 0. On each player's turn, they roll a d20. Whatever the roll is, that's the amount of points you can take off. The skill of the game is that you can modify your roll by the amount of your dexterity modifier or your sleight of hand modifier. Generally, you'd pick whichever one is highest.
0.
For example, if you've got a +2 on your dexterity modifier and you roll a 18, you could make that a 19, a 20, keep it as an 18, or make it a 17 or a 16. Now, most of the time, you're not going to want to make it a negative until you get near the end, where you need to hit that exact number without going over. So you could roll it down a little bit. If you roll a nat 20, you can pick whatever number you want. Basically, you've hit exactly where you're aiming. If you roll a nat 1, you've missed the board. So you basically lose your turn.
Okay. We get 3 darts per turn?
1 dart per turn, because it's only 60 points. I don't want like roll. So it should be a very quick game.
Gotcha.
But it should be, we should each have about 4, maybe 5 rolls, unless somebody manages to hit 3 20s in a row, which is a possibility.
Yeah.
So roll me an initiative check.
Okay. 18.
And a 9. Okay. He bows to you, Drip, and says, I'll let you guys go first. Good ranger. Then perhaps the gentleman. I don't know what your occupation is. He would follow, and then I'll go last.
All right. I'm guessing the dartboard is here.
I was going to have it over. I was imagining it. Oh, that's me moving the board. I was imagining it over here,
okay.
But realistically, you don't have to move or anything like that. Just if you want to move, that's fine. Roll your dice.
Alrighty. It's Drip, by the way.
Drip, good. Nice to meet you, sir. What's your sleight of hand or your dexterity modifier?
0.
0. Okay, all right. So fair enough.
I got 6.
A 6. All right. So you rolled a 6, so you've now got 54. Falk, would you like to take a shot?
My modifier is a 4.
Oh, very good. Is that sleight of hand or is that
yes, that is sleight of hand and dex, either one. So I just roll a d20, right?
Yeah, roll a d20.
18.
18, so you can't go over 20 or below 1. For obvious reasons.
Because
so you can make yours a 20.
I will hit the 20 then.
All right, so you were down to 40. He kind of like tips his hat at you and says, "That's a good shot, good sir, good shot." So he's going to take his shot. He's got a 14. He actually goes and hits the 18. Mm-hmm. So he's now down to 42. Back up to Drip.
Alrighty. Steps back up in place. And aims the dice. Cocks it back and chucks it. And get a 3.
So you rolled a 3. All right. Good, Falk. Your turn.
Okay. That is an 8.
I'm going to assume you're going to make it a 12.
Let's just go to 10.
Okay. All right. I know what you're doing. You're playing the long game because you think it'd be easier to get out on a higher number, or you're just randomly picking a number to go to.
We'll see. Yeah.
All right. So he will roll. Ooh. He only he kind of stumbles a little bit. I don't know. Maybe somebody opened the door as he was taking a shot, and he kind of got distracted and only managed to get an 8. So he's down to 36. He looks a little perturbed by that. He's not used to having such poor rolls.
Okay. kind of holds the dice in his hand and kind of talk. Not the dice, the dart.
The dart. You said dice the last time as well.
Did I?
Yeah.
Whoops. I hold the dart and kind of give it a pep talk. Like, come on, you can do this. Cocks it back, chucks it. Oh, it's a 5.
All right, no, that's all right. At least he's feeling better than you are.
You can't win them all, he says.
Good Falk.
Okay. There's a 13.
All right, what would you like to make that?
Let's see. I currently need 30.
30.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to all the way 17.
So then you're down to 13. And then he steps up, pulls back his arm, he throws the dart, and that is a 19, which is going to make a 20. He kind of gets a little smirk on his face. He's feeling pretty good about himself. And it is Drip's turn.
All right. Try us again. And toss. That's 13. Not too bad.
13 is pretty good. So you are down to 33. All right. Falk, as you step up to take your next shot, Fenton kind of says to you, so you were pretty good at this. I didn't think that you were good. Have you ever played darts before?
Well, I really haven't, but this isn't going.
You must have seen them played. You were really, really good at them. Have you not attended any championships? He kind of looks at you suspiciously.
No, I spend most of my time out at sea, and there's not much. We don't exactly have steady floors.
At sea, you say? So were you sometime a sailor? You sometime of?
Yes.
What kind of ship were you on?
Not too big a ship.
Did you go many places? What kind of places did you go to?
I've been all up and down the coast.
Have you ever been to Port Calibo? I hear it's really nice this time of year. Make a wisdom check. Check.
I will do that. And somehow that's only a 6.
You don't know what's going on, but you are feeling very, very confused by his rapid questions that he's just shooting at you. As you go up to take your next shot, you are now at disadvantage.
I think maybe we could all use a drink here. Hey, barkeep, a round for everybody.
He brings over 3 tall glasses of the local ale, and that'll be 3 silver, please.
I'll pay him that.
There you go, kind sir. And he passes out those drinks. So Fenton thanks you for the drink. He takes a sip and sits back and waits for you to make your next shot.
I quickly down that drink and ask for another one. Just for myself.
Fair enough. The bartender comes over with another one. Fenton he's certainly not drinking his. Like, he didn't chug his. He takes another sip of his, but the bartender comes up and that'll be another silver piece, and he hands you another one. Make a Constitution savings throw. That's
a 10.
A 10.
Right on the edge there.
Right. That's you don't feel any different, but you certainly, I think, Drip might notice a little bit of a wiggle in your step that wasn't there a moment ago.
I stumble a little bit.
Doing all right there.
And then I'm throwing at disadvantage. Oh, can I throw 2 dice here?
If you weren't already at disadvantage, I'd probably have to give you disadvantage for being drunk.
There, 2 dice. It is a 14 and an 11.
All right. What would you... Ooh.
I can finish it off with that 11.
You are down to 0. And Fenton, he nods at you. He was quite sure he had you distracted there for that last throw. But he says,
Good sir, you win the game, and I was well fought indeed. The gold on the counter there is yours.
Okay, I'll just take the 3 gold.
Drip just gives like a little.
So the game is over. Chit-chat amongst yourselves for a little bit when all of a sudden somebody comes bursting through the door.
Shadow monsters! Shadow monsters everywhere!
He's not as big as that. I'll make him a little bit smaller. He's just a regular guy.
Okay.
He's breathing really heavy. He's like,
There's shadow monsters everywhere. I've never seen them before.
What? Where? Where are these creatures?
in the town. The town is just surrounded by them.
Okay. I'm gonna peek out.
You seem so concerned.
Peek out the door, and do I see all these shadow creatures?
All right, make a investigation check.
Investigations a +1. 10.
10. All right. You notice two very tall. It doesn't even look like they're wearing clothes, but they are just standing out in the street in front of you.
Oh, those guys.
Falk, make a perception roll.
I will do that. Let's see. My perception says 18.
18. So you notice a few more of those same creatures wandering around the village. You also notice, there we go, we'll use this one here. There's a young woman over behind the fountain on the ground cowering from these tall, lanky creatures.
Ooh, okay.
Roll me an initiative.
A real initiative.
A real initiative.
I think the Genasi initiative is cursed.
Yeah. To be fair, the damsel in distress, she actually rolled a little bit less than you.
Okay.
So you're not the lowest on the list.
Uh-huh. Okay. And I rolled a 10.
Falk rolls a 10. Falk is top of the... You got 80 hit points?
I'm level 11.
I have 114.
Yeah, I know. I had to scroll down to get to yours as well. So, Falk, what would you like to do?
Oh, okay. I've come out here and I spotted all these guys and the apparent woman over there. Let's see.
I'm going to get rid of this dice tray so I can get more.
60, 70, 75. Okay, it is 80 feet to the two that are on her. Well, a little bit more perhaps to the farther one. I don't know. I pull out my short bow. Yeah, I'm going to just step to the corner here. And it's 80 feet, so I'm going to fire my short bow at the one south of the loot.
All right. What I'm going to do really quickly, and I should have done this to start with. We'll go 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, number 1. And that is an 11 to hit.
The arrow speeds off towards the creature, but because of the dark, maybe it's a little bit breezy out. You're certainly maybe a little bit drunk from the drink, but the arrow does not connect, and it kind of flies off past the creature.
Okay. I'm going to...
Before you do anything else, this is something I missed doing initially. Roll me a wisdom check.
Wisdom check. 11.
So the shadow creature, the shadow creature that you shot at, turns and looks at you, and with wild eyes lets out a blood-curdling scream and becomes very aware of you.
Okay. Yes, since I've attracted its attention, I'm going to duck back inside here. Let's see. 5, 10, 20, that's 30.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you guys. I messed this up a little bit. Is that your turn then?
That'll be my turn.
All right, Drip.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just gonna come straight at this guy, and I'm gonna start attacking. And that's going to be with my short sword. 18 to hit.
18 does hit, and you're attacking 5.
Yep, and it's going to be 10 damage. And then I have 2 weapon fighting, so my other short sword is going to go again. 8 probably does not hit.
8 does not hit, and they're all lettered in D&D Beyond. They're not numbered, so you hit E for how much?
For 10 damage.
10 damage. He staggers back and turns his head, looks at you, and lets out another blood-curdling scream.
So, is that a saving throw I need to make?
No.
Okay. I think that's the end of my turn.
Oh, shoot. You can tell I don't DM very often. You were supposed to go last, or second last. Okay, so next time around, you go after them.
Okay.
So, creature A, he is going to go 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45. And then I need to... He goes and disappears and then reappears right there. And then B's turn is... He is going to make a... He does not notice Drip. So he's going to stay over top of this... we'll say that she's a wood elf cowering in front of him. And he's going to stand over top of her and just look menacing. C is going to do his perception check. He does not notice Drip. But he is going to disappear and appear back up there. He appears 10 feet away. D could potentially see Drip. He does notice Drip, so he turns, his eyes light up, and he lets out another blood-curdling scream and immediately charges him. 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45. He's going to attack Drip. He's going to reach out and he's going to swipe at Drip with his long, lanky arms. That is a 13. Does a 13 hit?
No, it's a miss.
It's a miss. Yours is 14. You've got a 14. All right. Then he is going to disappear and then reappear.
They get opportunity attack.
When he disappears, he vanishes. Like he is. Roll me a insight check.
Insight. 11.
You don't know what happened, but 1 minute he's in front of you, the next minute he's like right next to you at a different spot. There was no chance for an opportunity attack there.
Okay.
All right, so that was D.E. is right in front of you, Drip. So he's going to take an attack. That is a miss.
Okay.
And then he is going to disappear and reappear right in front of Falk. But he does not notice Falk.
Okay.
F is going to see if he notices Drip. He does notice Drip, so he's going to charge. 5, 10, 15, 20. He is going to attack. That is a miss. And then he is going to disappear and reappear next to Falk. And he does notice Falk, but he's already had his turn, so he turns and looks at Falk and lets out a scream as well. And then we got G, is going to see if he notices Drip, because Drip's the only one out in the open. He does notice Drip, so he's going to charge 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45. Just enough movement. So he's going to attack. That is a 17 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
So he is going to do 3 points of damage. That was the minimum amount of damage he could have done.
Owie.
And then he is going to disappear and reappear right in front of you.
Okay.
And then the last is H, who's going to see if he can see Drip. He does. So his eyes light up. He lets out a blood-curdling scream. And then he goes 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45. And then last but not least, he actually does not disappear. So now it would normally be Drip's turn. But Drip had already gone. Metagame, what do you guys think's going on?
It's about to shadow people trying to get into the bar.
You don't recognize anything yet? Anything familiar about the shadow people?
They're alphabetized?
Well, that's for me to keep them in line. Keeping in mind that they are a custom creature that I created just for this encounter with you two guys.
Okay.
It doesn't help that I kind of messed up the beginning of it. There was supposed to be a check to see if you looked at them.
Oh.
Because they're Endermen.
Okay.
But I messed up was getting you guys to do the check. And because I was trying to rush things along a little too much. So yes, you were fighting a bunch of Endermen. I was hoping it was going to be pretty obvious, but...
No, I'm guessing it wasn't.
No, I'm guessing it wasn't. But that's why he appeared right next to you, but he didn't notice you. Technically, I should be also making you do the check to see if you look at him, but I'd already hadn't been doing that, so it's like, well, I can't really start adding it halfway through the thing, right? But before we go into the next round, I think this is a good opportunity to wrap up this episode. If you've made it this far, now is a great opportunity to hit that subscribe button, click on that notification bell. That way you're alerted every time I post new videos like this one to my channel. Also, if you're enjoying this content and you want to support, the best way you can help us out right now is word of mouth. Like I said before, talk us up in your D&D community. Let friends know about it. Even people that don't, generally like D&D, maybe this is something that'll get them interested in it. And if you share this on social media, hashtag One-Shot Heroes. That is the number 1 SHOTHEROES. Throw that in your post, and there's a good chance we might actually see it. Also, let us know in the comments below if you're enjoying this. We would really, really like to hear from you. But that's going to be it for this one. We'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.